Okay, Jeff, we've met sort of. Any possibility of a change that would make the numbers guitar available left-handed? I'm actually in the process of building one right now. It's almost finished. So yes, I'm working on the Jason Becker numbers guitar left-handed. Always intended on doing it, but we can't just throw everything out there and tell everybody what we're doing for our whole marketing scheme. So yeah, I'm building the numbers guitar right now, left-handed. Additional pickup options for each model, especially basses. An example, J bridge pickup for the X44. No, I don't see that, really. And the reason is we're not trying to have each bass get every kind of tone. We're trying to have our bass line to where if it looks a certain way, we're going for a certain sound. Having said that, you can get the X44 with the dual radius pickups, and we do offer a single coil version of that. So could we put those in? Absolutely, we could. But we're not going to put the actual single coil skinny sized pickups in there, no. Any plans on releasing the Jason Becker acoustic? No, there's no plans on that. We don't do acoustics, so not planning on delving into that market. Any 9 strings in the works, with or without tremolo Evertune bridge options? No, there are no 9 strings in the works at all. It's actually something I haven't even looked into. I've gotten a few requests. It does limit us as far as we have to get certain size woods in for fingerboards, and we'd have to really stock up on some wide stuff, and we'd have a lot of waste on our other products. So we're actually not at any point soon would be looking at 9 strings at all. Is it possible for someone to go up to the Carvin factory and get a custom done like that instead of online? Absolutely. Yeah, we have our showroom, we have our staff in here, and our guys will go through all the options with you. That's what they're here for. And you can play our guitars. So come into the showroom, check them out, and one of our guys can spend time with you and figure out exactly what you do and don't like and build you the guitar of your dreams. Man, I got still so many to go through. I'm going to have to start jamming here. I'm like a schoolgirl talking too much. What about roasted maple necks and scalloped fingerboards? The toasted maple, we don't like working with it because it's over drying the wood and it's stressing it out, and then it wants to chip out. So I don't see us ever offering that. We do offer the Kiesel treated boards with a baked look, so you get that same look. Scalloped fingerboards, that was another thing that was huge in the 90s and then kind of went up, and then we hardly get the requests. Jumbo frets really take a good chunk of that away, where you don't really need scalloped fretboard when you have jumbo frets. So no, we have no plans on doing scalloped fingerboards. I have an old Carvin mixer, needs electrical rewire. Is it something I should use as an art piece in my studio? I honestly don't know. That'd be a question for the other side of the family, since we're not doing electronics anymore. Have I ever considered a headless bass? I mean, I've gotten a lot of requests over the last few weeks on a headless bass. Maybe down the road. I don't want to say yes or no. It's, something new. Would we do it? Maybe. I don't know. Can you not make the lower top section of the Vader have the missing spot on tops? I mean, I could, but I guess the question would be, what's more important to you? Comfort and playability, or that top? For me, as a designer, my goal is to make the customer the most comfortable playing guitar. And obviously I want it to look good too. But the reason on the Vader it doesn't have the top ending, or it has it ending early, it's not for us to save money on the wood. In fact, we glue it up as a huge blank, and the machines it right off. So we're not saving any money. That's not the reason. The reason is, in that short of a distance, because the Vader is very small from where the bridge is to where the edge of the body is, and you pull it up closer to your body when you play, I needed to get the area radiused at a more dramatic, quicker, shorter distance, and we couldn't bend the top without cracking it in that short of a distance to make it the most comfortable guitar. So, having said that, I wasn't willing to sacrifice the comfort for the eye candy. And you know, as a designer of a guitar, I hope that's appreciated. You know, I've had a lot of people give feedback on it, and it's just all about comfort, really. So I think it kind of looks cool too, depending on what woods you use anyway. Let's see here. Where can I buy strings for the Vader series guitar? Well, any strings will work. So you don't have to use double ball ends. You can use standard strings. They have a lockdown Allen, or you can use double balls. So whatever strings you want, they'll work. Will neck and headstock binding be available? Also angled, pointed, inline 4-string headstocks for bass. I don't see us ever doing neck or headstock binding, and the reason is we offer so many fret options that we'd have to have all of our frets pre-cut. It would limit the fret options, to be honest with you. We'd have to pick either offering neck binding, again, eye candy, or offering, you know, features like whatever size fret wire the customer wants, whatever type of material, because you really can't have both. And we're going for offering playability. And so I don't see us offering neck binding or headstock binding, because again, we have lots of headstock choices, lots of headstock woods. Again, trying to really do whatever we can to let you guys really customize these. And I know we're limited on a few things like the binding. Angled, pointed, inline headstock for a bass. I don't know. I mean, honestly, this is the first request I've had for one of those in 10, 15 years. You know, we do have the accelerator headstock, so you could check that out. That's kind of pointy, so that might be along the lines. It's not angled, but it is pointy and aggressive. What kind of top is on that Vader? Oh, the awards picture Vader. That is a flame maple top that I actually hand-picked out. When we get our woods in here, occasionally I'll pull a few boards for projects I want to work on, and I saw these big, rich streaks in it. And normally that's something that's like, oh no, we don't want that, you know, and some builders will frown upon that, but I looked at that and said, hey, that's gorgeous, I love it, I want to take this one. And so I took it. It's a flame maple with this rusty copper streaking in there. I just thought it was gorgeous, and I did a denim finish on it myself, and I think the thing came out amazing. So hopefully you guys liked it too. Let's see here. Is the Kiesel pickups, are they metal oriented? No, not at all. Can you get metal tones out of them? Definitely. But they're not just for metal players. They're very versatile, in fact. Do we offer more than 24 frets on any of your models? No, we don't actually offer more than 24 frets on any of our models. Is it possible to have a Piezo MIDI 8-string Vader? No, that's not possible, and I don't see that changing for any of the Vaders. And the reason why is you actually have to have a wire that runs down from the saddle into your, you know, your system. And the way that the systems are set up, the bridges, I just don't see that ever changing. So I don't think we'll ever see that on the Vader series guitars. I want either Lumilé or LED fret markers on my next guitar. That's seriously holding me back from buying right now. Why not, you know, offer it on our models? You know, I've gotten this request a lot, and again, I think it would be really cool. Maybe down the road, I don't know. I don't want to say yes or no to that one. I think that could be really cool. So I'm definitely with you, but you guys got to realize too, I mean, I'm not just running around here like, you know, chuckling and, you know, like dreaming up things. I mean, we have to run our business too. So there's a lot of behind the scenes things that happen. So I'm doing the best I can, guys. So what else? Who's my all-time favorite guitarist? What was the first guitar you ever played? If I could spec out a Carvin right now for you, what would it be? Okay, favorite all-time guitarist? I mean, I'm gonna have to go with Jason Becker. And I mean, not only is the guy amazing, yeah, he's one of our artists, that's not why I'm picking him, but an amazing player, amazing talent, and man, I mean, if you haven't seen the Not Dead Yet story, I'm kind of getting teared up here, watch it. I mean, very inspirational. Anyway, if you could spec out a Carvin right now for me, what would it be? Well, I just put in an order for a V6 for myself a couple days ago, so it'd be a V6. So 25.5-inch scale, chambered body. I don't want to give away the rest of the specs because I'm taking pictures along the build. So kind of cool. I get to build a guitar for myself, and you know, you would think that I get to do this a lot, but I actually don't. I get to build them for customers, and I get really attached to them, and sometimes I don't want to part with them, so I have that separation anxiety. So getting to build one for myself, so I'm definitely excited about that, and I got some new things I'm doing to it too, so it'd be pretty cool. I think I'm only going to do this last page because there's the other half of the questions are still here. So I'm going to do this last page. We'll break this video into 2 videos. Maybe get to them in a couple more days on the other ones. How did you go about starting Kiesel from the beginning? How did Carvin guitars get into the mix? Are you excited for 2015, seeing as this is a newish company and all the competition you have out there with other guitar companies? Well, I mean, I didn't start the company. My grandfather, Lowell Kiesel, started Kiesel Guitars. And he started it as a pickup and a lap steel guitar company. And my grandfather was a professional guitar player, played lap steel, Hawaiian lap steel. And he was actually one of the very first people to make pickups. And he started the Kiesel company and operated for 3 years. Up until 1949, started at 1946, and then what happened was he had a distributor actually I should say, that he signed up to be exclusive and carry the Kiesel products. Well, this distributor stopped selling the products and stopped pushing it. Well, there was no end date clause at the time, and so my grandfather wanted out, and he wouldn't let my grandfather out. So Grandpa said, we're going to fold Kiesel, and then he made the name Carvin, and so we've operated as Carvin since 1949. And so when we split the company, it was very logical for me and even my dad to use the Kiesel name. I mean, I was really close with my grandfather. He would come in every Tuesday, and I'd have lunch with him. I'd hang out, and a lot of times it'd be just me and him. You know, other times it'd be, you know, the other members of the family. But I didn't miss Tuesdays with him. You know, he's a real special guy, and so I think if Grandpa saw this, what we're doing now, and bringing back the name, and especially doing Kiesel pickups, I think he'd be really happy. So having said that, we're really not a new company. All we've done is shifted our focus. So we've pulled off of the main company, and we're doing just instruments now. So it's not a new company at all. It's just kind of going in the marketing direction we've been going in, and it's been going amazing. How do I view other competition? You know, we're kind of in our own little market because we sell direct, and we don't have, you know, U.S. dealers at all. There's really nobody like us. So if you approach the question from a different angle, how, you know, how do I feel about the business when compared to somebody that does what we do? There's not very many people. There's small-time luthiers, really, to be honest with you. Everybody else sells through dealers. So, I mean, I'm really happy. I mean, we're in an awesome position. We sell direct. I mean, even some of the big boys are starting to switch and try to go direct. And this is a model that, you know, Grandpa changed in 1949. So I'm definitely happy with the position we're in, and, you know, just really every day I come into work excited to be here, especially now with the split. Will it ever be an option to make a bolt-on neck-through guitar? Yeah, we're definitely working on that. Wait, hold on. No, will it ever be an option to make a neck through? Excuse me. No, because we have other models that are neck through, and we have some models that are bolt-on, and they don't, you know, as far as the designs, there's limitations with both. So no, we wouldn't say, hey, here's this model, and you can either make it a bolt-on or a neck through. So sorry, I missed that one a little bit. Custom inlays. Would we do custom inlays? Why not? The reason for not doing custom inlays, it's very time consuming. So could we do it? Well, sure, but you're not going to want the bill. So we don't even bother offering it, because we can't look at it from a standpoint of how much time does it take. We have to look at it from a standpoint of what can be done in that time. You know, to draw out a custom inlay, program it into the machine so the machine cuts it out all perfect, cuts the inlays out all perfect. I mean, I can almost design a whole nother model guitar in that same amount of time, and you're talking tens of thousands of dollars of profit in a few weeks' time on a new guitar design. So I don't see ever offering custom inlays, to be totally honest with you. because we don't want to do them by hand. We want them perfect, and so we want our machine to do them because the machine's tolerances are 1/10,000th of an inch. That's perfection. So that's really what we're after. Original Floyd on the 7th string. The reason we don't use the original Floyd on the 7th string is it's a really wide spacing, and a lot of people compliment our guitars because on our 7s it's a narrower spacing and they're much easier to play. So the original Floyds get super wide, and actually with the 7s, the original Floyd, we're just not really happy with the fit and finish and the knife edging on them. We feel the 1000 series is actually better on the 7 string than it is on the 6 string. So let's see here. I have a Carvin LB20 that's over 20 years old, and in that time I've had a devil of a time keeping the neck straight. Is there a way to fix this permanently? It all really depends on, you know, how you take care of it. Instruments that have like a tongue oil finish, that don't have ebony boards, maybe they have a softer wood material like flame maple, those instruments are going to struggle more. They just flat out are, because the neck's not sealed, and the fingerboard, the ebony really adds a lot of strength to it, you know, where flame maple isn't super strong. So you know, I really don't know what to tell you. I mean, you can give our guys a call. We can check it out here and see if there's something we can do for you. I can tell you this, all of our basses and all of our extended range guitars and Vader guitars all come with dual carbon fiber rods now. And that really makes a huge difference. These carbon fiber rods are incredibly strong and they keep the neck straight. And I realize that doesn't help you with the LB20 that's 20 years old. So give our guys a call and we can see what we can do for you on that. Are you guys going to be taking Carvin design guitars and making them Kiesels? If so, any plans to bring back some discontinued runs? The X220, so here's another X220. No, we're not planning on just taking like a Carvin guitar and slapping a Kiesel logo on it. We have had a ton of people want to order the Kiesel logo on their Carvin guitar, and that's really cool for us. So, you know, having said that, we own both companies, we own both brands. Will we see models migrate over? You know, maybe. I mean, if more people are wanting the Kiesel logo than the Carvin logo, then sure, why not? But there's not a plan to just say, hey, Carvin logo's gone and they're all Kiesel. That's not the plan. So, but we have been doing a lot of custom builds, and people are requesting the Kiesel logo. So that's something you can put on your build. So just ask your salesman about that.